Students, in this class we are going to learn a topic which is a skill, which is a grammar topic. We should not call it as a grammar topic as such, but it can be called as a skill. A skill that we have today's class is conversion of words. So before we start this topic, I need to make it clear what is this title mean. What are these words mean? Conversion of words. Conversion. What is the meaning of conversion? You might have heard this word in your daily life, like we are converted Christians, we are converted Hindus, Muslims, like that. So what do you mean by convert? You change yourself, you change the belief, you change your way. That's called conversion of religion, okay? And you can also see this word being used like the places video conversion or video converted, okay, from MP3 to MP4. We convert the format. So convert means a change. Here, what is the change that we are talking? We are talking about the change, conversion of words. Words conversion. How can we convert the words? See, conversion means not that you replace a word with another word. That's called one word substitution. But what we do is we keep the word as it is and we convert its function. We convert its place. That's called conversion of words. For example, we can convert the word from noun to verb, verb to adjective, adjective to adverb. So we are changing the function of its words. Okay, that's called conversion of words. So let us move on to this topic. So here we have words formation. Formation means how to create or creation of words. We create words using so many types of process. Word formation is the process of creating new words from existing ones. So word formation means from existing means from present words to we create different words using certain kind of processes. It helps us expand our vocabulary and understand how words are built. So how words are built also will be learned if you know how the word formation and also conversion of words. So how words are formed? We form the different words by adding prefixes and suffixes. What is the prefix and prefix means? Prefix means a word that a linking word that we use before a word is called prefix. If we add some small words after the word, that is called suffix. For example, adding a group of letters before a word to change its meaning. We have a word happy. We are using one prefix un to change from happy to unhappy. So the full meaning has changed. Possible, impossible. We are using a small word in front of the word possible. That is impossible. What is suffix? For example, there is a word called teach. We are adding er to teach. That becomes teacher. So teach is a verb. We changed into a noun. Then we have one more word. Example, kind. Here we have a kind. So kind is a word. Maybe let us say it's an adjective. We say kind man, kind person, kind boy, kind girl, kind guru. We say like that. So kind means it's an adjective. Kindness is a noun. For example, you must have love and kindness. We should have some qualities. So kindness is a beautiful quality that can be expressed in your actions, in your acts. Next one, compounding. So we can also form words using compounding. Compound means two, okay? Mono means single, okay? And compound means two. For example, joining two words to make a new one. For example, sun plus flower. Together we join and make a sunflower. Rain is a different word, bow is a different word. So rainbow. Next one, conversion. So this is the actual topic that we have in our syllabus now. So conversion is one of the ways of forming the words. Okay, we have prefixes and suffixes. We have compounding way of forming words. We have blending, we have clipping. So one of them is conversion. Conversion means we convert the function. Let us see what is the definition says. Changing a word's part of speech without changing its form. So the spelling remains the same, form doesn't change. What we change here is its function. For example, you see the word run. We have a word run here and we have another word also run. But what we have done here, we changed its function without changing the spelling and its form. So here we mean run means we are asking for action, run. Okay, run from here, run away. So that's what a run. A run means one of the game, a run. So it's a noun. We are calling it. So whatever we call, it's called noun. Cook. Cook. I ask you to cook some food. I'm asking you to perform some action. So it becomes an action, which is a verb. Today, our cook is not come. Today, our cook has not come to our house. So I'm calling that woman or that person, man or woman, both are called cooks only. So and with a noun, so that's why the word here, the cook, is a noun. Here it's a verb. So you see the same spelling, you see the same formation, but what changed here is its function from verb to noun, noun to verb. Next we have one more way. There are so many other ways like blending. Blending means a combination of parts of two words. For example, breakfast plus lunch, we make it into one. For example, we take spelling from lunch, ch, and from break, so we say brunch. Okay, smoke plus fog, we make it. Blending means changing, like we mix it. Blending means mix it. For example, mixers are also called blenders. Okay, blenders, not blenders, it's a blending. Blending means mixing. So we mix two words and make one word, that's called blending. This is also one way of making words, formation of words. There is one more way of making words or forming words, that is clipping. Clipping means small, like a clip means a small one. Shortening a longer word is called clipping. For example, we have here advertisement, which is a big word. We say so many of times we say ad is coming, the ad is so good, ad is so boring, like that. Telephone, we say phone. So we use a small abbreviation form that's called clipping. So all these 6 types of there are so many other ways also, guys, to change or to form words, but these 6 are very important ones in order to know and understand how words are formed. We fix certain things, that's called prefixes. Okay, prefix and suffix, together we call them as affixes formation. Okay, so now let us talk about this particular topic, conversion, that is there in our syllabus second sem. Okay, so how these things are going to be asked in our exams, online exam or offline exam, sem, mate. So let us learn this. What is a conversion? Once again, I would like to recall, but I will give you a better explanation and definition of this conversion with a manuscript. Formation of words, conversion. Conversion in English, one word may possess a different forms. What in English? One word may possess, for example, a particular word may have a noun form, verb form, adjective form, and also an adverb form. If I want to make it clear to you, let us take one word here, joy. So same word has its verb form also. Joy is noun. I say I have joys and sorrows in my life. When I say joys means anandalu. In Telugu we say anandalu. So joy, enjoy. I ask someone to enjoy something. That means I'm asking the person to perform. That means action. That's why it's called enjoy. We add certain thing here. You see, this is a prefix, enjoy. So it became a verb. Then I made it also adjective by adding suffix at the end of the word. Joy is the main word. Joyful, it's an adjective. Adjective means a quality. For example, if you call me as a joyful person, that means I have the quality. I smile, I always smile. Okay, I always make and crack jokes. So I'm called as a joyful person. I have that quality. Joyfully. So adverb means we add mostly LLY at the end of an adjective, that becomes a adverb. What do you mean by adverb? The quality that added to the verb is called adverb. For example, action, how it's performed, it's called adverb. For example, he went joyfully. He went away. He went to his house joyfully. He went to his house joyfully means how he went to his house. He went joyfully. So I'm talking about his going. His going is so joyful. So that's why what I'm talking about his action. So I'm talking about his verb. So it becomes an adverb. Okay. So beauty is a noun. Beautify, I'm making something beautiful. So I'm doing some action. It's called beautify. I have certain things. They're beautiful. They have beautiful qualities. So I call them a beautiful. I have done certain things beautifully. I write beautifully. I sing beautifully. So that is called adverb. So these are the ways we change the words from one word to one part of speech to another part of speech. We have 8 part of speech, but mostly we use these 4 part of speech to change from one part of speech to another part of speech. We also have other things also, like preposition also we have. For example, preposition up and down is there. Up and down. Up and down is a preposition, but we can also change it as a noun. how ups and downs, we call them as ups and downs, which refer to the happiness and the sadness in our life. Whenever we are happy, we say up. Whenever it's sad, we say we are down. Okay, so like that, ups and downs, I'm changing preposition up and down to ups and downs. Okay, next one, the deliberate. One more definition, the deliberate transfer. That means deliberate means we wantingly doing it. Okay, that's called deliberation. The deliberate transfer of a word from one part of speech to another part of speech is technically known as conversion. So basically we are changing the parts of speech from noun to verb, adjective to adverb, then adjective to verb. It can be done in any way. Whatever is asked of you, you just have to do that. Next one, we have suffix and prefixes. Just I told you, okay, before this, the previous slide has clearly told how prefixes and suffixes make the words or form the words. Okay, prefix means the word which is fixed before the actual word. Suffix means the word linking word that is fixed after the actual word. So let us move on to the next slide. So here we have plenty of examples. So in the exam, online exam or mid-exam, semester exams, or any exams, you will be asked to change from one part of speech to another part of speech. A word will be provided to you like act. If the word is given act, and if you are asked to change from verb to noun, how do you change? Act means verb. For example, act. You have to act on this, I say. That means I'm asking you to do something. That's a verb. Next one, action. So the director in the movie he asks the people to start action. Okay, action is a word, a noun that is given to a doing something. Okay, some kind of action. Active is an adjective. How it's called adjective? For example, I call someone as an active person, active teacher. That means he's having the quality of being active always. So actively, whenever I add ly mostly, that is called, what is it called? It is called adverb. For example, it describes the verb, how it is performed. I actively participated in the seminar. I actively participated in the college classes. So actively talks about my actions. That's why it's called adverb. You see the formation, same word having different functions here. Act is performing like a verb, noun, adjective, adverb. So there are so many words here. You can see the difference, okay, among their functions. You see care, which is a verb. I don't care, you say. That means I don't do. In the place of do, you keep care. It becomes a verb. Next to care, same spelling. There are so many cares. Okay, cares means nouns. We call them as cares. Next one, careful. Careful person. Okay, he has quality. Carefully went. Carefully walking. I was walking carefully. Okay, carefully attending the class. Carefully leading the life. So carefully or doing some function. That's why it's called adverb. Clear. Clear the place. I'm asking you clear. So it's an action. It's a verb. Clarity is missing. I call something is missing. That's clarity. So it's a noun. It's clear water. Water has got some quality. It's an adjective. So clear is adjective. Clearly told you. I told you. How I told you. How I did the action clearly. So you see how a same word is converted from verb to noun, noun to adjective, adjective to adverb, vice versa. You can change from one to any of this four. Okay, consider. Let's do 2, 2, 3, 5 words. Okay, then we will end this class. Consider. I'm asking someone to consider. Please consider this matter. Okay, I'm asking them to do some action. Consideration. The noun form of consider is consideration. Adjective, considerable thing, considerable point, considerable case. So it has some quality, so they're called considerable. Next to considerably. So whenever you see ly at the end, mostly these words have the function of an adverb. So these are the things. This is the way that we convert from one word, from one part of speech to another part of speech. So this is called conversion of words. So I hope this video is useful to you and hope this class is clear. Okay, thank you so much.